Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the week of March. Okay, we're going to do March 5th through March 18th, 2024. I'm doing these readings differently now. I think I had mentioned a few readings that I had to try to sort out how I'm going to do these readings because this channel is not the only channel that I have, and trying to do 12 readings a week has just proven that it's, even if I manage to record them all, trying to upload them all is... takes a tremendous amount of time. So I've decided to split every other week. I did talk about this on my Instagram page, transition.life.coaching. And I'm going to start doing, I'm going to do Aries through Virgo one week and then Libra through Pisces another week. So they're basically be readings for a 2-week period of time. So again, apologies for any changes on that. But I just find that that's going to be better, and that way I can give you a better reading because I will be more focused because I'm not going to be trying to cram too many readings in at one time. So this is a full horoscope spread using the Way of Cartouche cards, which is an Egyptian system. And with the horoscope spread, I clarify with tarot. I use a different deck each time I do this, and this time it's going to be the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot. And as our oracle for the week, because I always pull a card, or for the 2 weeks, I'm going to pull a Norse rune for the week. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you here. If you're returning, welcome back. I hope we have a good reading for you this week. If you do like this video, please hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you choose. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. I have links in the description below to my website, to my social media, and I have other links as well that you can check out if you would like. So let's begin at the beginning, Scorpio. If you're not familiar with how I do these readings, you'll see how they shake out pretty quickly. Okay, so the first house is Aries energy. This is you, your personality, how you're presenting yourself to others, how others see you, how you want to be seen. And we have Sirius here with the moon. Okay. So Sirius indicates that you having a show of strength here. You want to show yourself as a strong person, okay? There's somebody who's able to take the rough with the smooth, somebody who can think outside the box. Sirius has very strong Aquarian energy attached to it. And this is definitely, there's a strong physicality to this too. You could be focused on your physical appearance. Maybe you're trying to work out or go on a diet or something like that. But there's a strong physical element to this card. Of course, we have it with the moon. So the moon can indicate that we are feeling uncertain about things. The moon can cloud our vision. And so there's things that we... maybe you're not sure about. Maybe we're trying to suggest to people that we've got it under control, even though we don't fully know what's going on. But the moon here definitely indicates a need to follow our intuition. It may be a little more emotional. Maybe we're more inclined to withdraw at this point in time and kind of focus on, maybe set our own physical needs or on other needs, trying to think about things differently. Strong air energy with this card and strong water with this one. So, but definitely we are in the time of Pisces, and Pisces will run through around March 19th, actually just before this reading ends. So we're at the tail end of Pisces, so it is quite possible that you as a water sign are basically feeling the effects of Pisces. There could be this kind of sense of unreality to things or dreaminess where you kind of feel like, I'm going somewhere, but I'm not really sure. But this is about you putting on a brave face and weathering it. And again, maybe working on yourself and your own personal health. Second house is Taurus energy. This is about your finances. And okay, well, you've got Isis with the Empress here. Okay, so there's very strong mother energy attached to this for somebody, because Isis is the mother card and so is the Empress. So I don't know if somebody has their mother who's providing money to them, or there's somehow your mother is connected to a source of money, or maybe you're financing your mother. It could go either way, I guess. But Empress is a good card to have in this house because it is Taurus energy, and this is the house of Taurus. So there definitely is the sense of building something financially or getting creative with something. Isis, again, has this strong element of self-care. So it could be that you are trying to spend more time and money. Again, there's this idea of building on yourself, of caring for yourself. And planting seeds that will attract abundance. This can indicate a financial windfall as well. To me, Empress is a very good card in the money house because it definitely seems is a card of abundance and of a harvest that is achieved. So I think this is a very good omen. But Interesting. Yeah, I feel for at least one person watching this, there's very strong mother energy attached to this. So take it as it resonates here. Third house is Gemini energy. This has to do with messages, communications of all kinds, usually communications that are more superficial rather than, sitting around having a deep conversation. This can have to do with business, as it is the house of self-effort. It can have to do with short distance travel, and can also have to do with brother and sister relationships. Okay, so we have Bast with the Hermit here. Now, a Hermit is Virgo energy. This is a card, though, of kind of going it alone or withdrawing. And it's interesting. From what I'm seeing, I have the Moon, we have this Isis energy, and now we have the Hermit. So I don't know. You may be in withdrawal mode right now, Scorpio. You may not be communicating with a lot of people right now. I mean, we do have this with Bast, which again is a strong card of intuition. Okay, you've got all these cards of, again, you've got the Moon, you've got Isis, and Bast also is connected to intuitive knowing, and the Hermit is connected to going within. So I feel like, although at the same time, Bast is the happiness card and often has to do with socializing and being involved with others. So I don't know. I mean, but it's also a card of attention. Like, I feel like you maybe you're looking for attention on something, or maybe you want somebody to pay attention to something you're doing through certain messages. But maybe there's somebody who's either, you feel is not communicating with you or is kind of isolated. Or maybe you're the person. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe there are people who are trying to reach out to you and you're pulling away. I don't know. But in any case, I feel like there's a strong element here of, I think in a business situation, again, this could be something where there's an isolation. And maybe what this is actually telling you is that you need to be a little more social or get more involved or get yourself seen a little bit more in a particular situation. But at the same time, the Hermit may not even have to be about withdrawal. It can also just be about just taking time out to think something over very carefully. Okay. So now we have the fourth house. This is Cancer energy. This has to do with family, the home, sometimes with the mother, with your sense of security. And you have Anubis with the Six of Wands. So now Anubis is a card of protection. It's interesting, yeah. It's like you're the Scorpio. I mean, like Cancer, you have a shell. At least the representation of your zodiac sign does. And it's almost like the idea of wanting to retreat into that shell, because Anubis is a card of protection or seeking protection. It could be protection from the mother, because we see that over here. Maybe it's financial protection. Or maybe it's just, again, this could also be a sense of negotiation of some kind, because Anubis sometimes comes up when we have to kind of find a way to talk our way through a situation, or trying to manage a situation diplomatically. Okay, it can also sometimes have to do with travel, because Anubis is a card of travel, certainly navigation and doing things. But with the Six of Wands, I feel like there's a situation which you will be successful, that you will be able to navigate successfully. And this does seem to be connected to the home or a family situation, or perhaps specifically to your mother. So yeah, it might be different for everybody, because remember, this is a general reading. So I'm just going to be reading all the attributes that I see of each house. So fifth house, this is Leo energy. So Leo has to do with creativity, children, love affairs, recreation, and leisure. And we have air with the adjustment card, which is also known as justice. Okay, so if this has to do with a love affair or a child, this definitely indicates with messages that are coming in that are going to reveal a truth about something, because justice card or adjustment always brings truth. It also brings balance to a situation. So if there's something where you feel like you have been treated unjustly, then this would indicate setting things to right. And perhaps there's going to be a communication that does that. Now, if this has to do with creativity or a creative project, now air to me in a creative house can have to do with writing specifically. So some of you might be writers or working on a creative writing project, or it could be a communication about a project, okay? Because air does bring messages, and sometimes travel as well. But with adjustment, it's interesting. There's a strong legal sense to this card as well. So I don't know if there's legal matters over a child, or something in connected with a lover or somebody like that. Or maybe there is something you're working on where there may be some contract or something that has to be ironed out. I don't know, it's going to be different for everybody, but probably in the most general sense, I feel like there is shifts and changes or messages coming that connect to either balancing something or to finding truth in something. Sixth house, this is Virgo energy, and Virgo has to do with your health. It can have to do with your work. So if you're employed, it's service to others. So it could be work you're doing paid or unpaid. And it can also have to do with worries. It's a house of worry. And so we have the Prince of Cups, which is the same as the, in this deck, it's the same as the King of Cups. And with Osiris. So, okay, so definitely, okay, Osiris is always a good sign. If there's a worry, then this would indicate a stable situation, okay? Prince of Cups can indicate, this also has to do with emotional mastery. So I feel like there could be a situation where you are keeping your emotions under control. Perhaps if you are worried about something, you're trying to maintain this stability. Again, you've got this strong, you are a water sign, but you have a lot of this water energy. You've got the moon here. No, this is, Virgo is Earth. Just looking through this, that adjustment, that's, you got a lot of air energy here too. I would say the Isis card has a little bit more of a water feel to it as well. But yeah, there just seems to be some situation where either you're keeping your emotions under control, or perhaps this is something that is connected to your own personal sense of emotional satisfaction and happiness, or maybe even love, because sometimes the Prince of Cups is a card that brings love, or maybe there's a love situation going on at work, okay? That maybe there's somebody you're interested in a job situation. Possibly, it could be another water sign, could be a Sagittarius or an Aries with Osiris. I find that, I mean, usually this is a card related to Sagittarius, but I feel like it has Emperor energy, so that's why I also tend to associate it with Aries. But nonetheless, I think if there's been a situation, perhaps a situation that's been very emotional, or where you've had to keep your emotions in check in some way, it does feel like the situation is stable. If it's referring to a health situation, then again, there's definitely this idea of stability. Maybe this is a situation where you want to be able to control your stress level and not be so, where your emotions might be causing a health issue, where you need to find a way to calm the mind, whether through meditation or through again, we have this idea of self-care, spending money on self-care. Again, it's going to be different for everybody. Seventh house, this is Libra energy. This has to do with relationships, usually legalized partnerships, so spouses, people you're in a business relationship with of some kind, so business partners, anyone you have a contract with, that would fall into this house. If you are interested in the prospect of getting married, then that would also be covered with this house, like whether or not a partner you have in mind is the one, or, quote unquote. And we have Crook and Flail with the Seven of Swords. Okay, so Crook and Flail, okay, there definitely could be a legal matter here. Potentially a legal matter with a spouse or partner. If you're somebody who's been in a divorce or had some kind of a judgment, or if this is a business partnership where there's been some kind of a legal thing that's been going on. It's interesting because we also have this legal card in the fifth house. So maybe there has been talk of marriage or legalizing something. Okay, that is possible here. But we have it with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, we need to watch out for trickery or manipulation of some kind. This indicates that somebody may not be being above board about something. Maybe there's information that you don't have. On the other hand, Seven of Swords sometimes comes up when we are in a mode of self-sabotage, when we are trying to do something and we just kind of say, oh, well, what's the use? Or, we feel that we find some way to doubt the situation that we're in. That is also possible here. I'd have to look at the 12th house as well. I'm seeing the Eight of Wands and Buckle of Isis here. Yeah, and your hopes and wishes. Yeah, we also definitely are seeing a worry card. So I don't know. I feel more like this may be just a partnership or some kind of a business partnership or legal thing. I mean, this could also be a partner who is somebody who is an authority or somebody who's an expert, or maybe they're a legal person or a teacher or a judge. There's somebody who's an expert or an authority on something, okay? But there's something connected to this that you are, I don't know, for some reason you feel like you don't have all the information about a particular situation. So, and again, there's this idea of negotiation, which we have like here with Anubis. And there does seem to be a strong legal component down here about fairness in a particular situation. So I don't know. I feel like there may be some kind of partnership. Maybe there's a contract you're getting ready to sign or something. And this may, where maybe you have to negotiate the contract. Maybe you want to make sure that you're properly negotiating something. But it can also just make reminding you that you maybe need to make sure that you have all the information, that there aren't pieces of something, that you're not signing any papers until you're sure that you know everything that's going on. If you are married and you're not in the middle of a divorce, if you were getting a divorce right now, I would say be careful of a spouse, that you're getting a fair deal, that there's not a spouse trying to take advantage of you. But I also think if that's not the case for you, then I still feel like there may be some kind of situation where you want to make sure there's some kind of a partnership situation where you want to make sure you're getting a fair deal. And there might be information that you don't have right now. There may be somebody kind of trying to slip something in. So just go in with both eyes open, be aware. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that that's going on. If some of you say, well, no, that isn't the case, then it's going to be happening to your spouse too, by the way, if you're married. It could go either way. But nonetheless, I definitely feel like that you want to make sure you have all the information and that nobody's trying to pull anything over on you. Okay, 8th house. This is Scorpio. This is your own energy. This has to do with transformation. It can have to do with other people's money, so joint financial situations. Definitely more esoteric matters. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands with Earth. Okay, now for some people, when Earth shows up in the 8th house, this is a card of legacy. So for some of you, maybe you have inherited something from a family member. Now I'm looking at the family house. I don't know if that's what the victory is here. I don't know if that's why the mother is showing up over here in the 2nd house. I don't know if if any of you have had a mother who's passed recently, then maybe there is a legacy that's connected to that. I don't know. I mean, we do. I mean, if there's no legacy on the table, then there definitely seems to be the idea of finances or money coming in from another person. Okay, not just money that you've earned by yourself, but money that you're getting from somebody else. But usually, this through a legal situation. Maybe it does have to do with the divorce over here too for some people. I don't know. And again, let me just be clear: if you're in a happy marriage, this does not mean you're getting divorced. We're just covering every possible meaning here of the house, and for some people that is going to be that applies. So if it doesn't apply to you, don't take that for yourself, because it's not for you. Okay, so we definitely have this idea of joint financial situation here. We have it with the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands brings powerful new beginnings, and this can be in the area of business or just in terms of inspiration. I mean, Ace of Wands is fire energy, so this can be a strong passion or a strong thing that's coming in. In any case, in the house of transformation, this definitely indicates a change in the sense of a new beginning, something new that's starting for you. And there may be some kind of financial situation connected to it, whether it's a legacy or not. But okay, 9th house is Sagittarius energy. This has to do with expansion. So it can be long distance travel, okay? Traveling far away, whether that be overseas or just at a far distance. It can have to do with higher education or just furthering your education in some way, educational institutions, and also, thinking deeply about beliefs, philosophy, religion. It could be the way that your spirituality or faith is developing. All that's covered by this house. I also find that this is a house that can connect to legal matters and also to the idea of independence or freedom. So, okay, we've got the Queen of Cups with Thoth. Now that's interesting. Oopsie. Because we also have the King of Cups down, or the Prince of Cups down here. So I do feel like, let me see, do we have any other ones? No. So for some of you, this could indicate that maybe there's going to be some kind of romantic thing going on at a distance. That is possible. Maybe it's something connected with work. Does not have to be, but that just jumped out at me as a possibility here. Queen of Cups definitely does have a strong love vibe. So even though it's a queen, it could be male or female. But there could be the idea of somebody who you have love for, or they have love for you, who is at a distance. We do have this Thoth card here. Now, Thoth in the 9th house has a couple of possibilities. It can indicate a legal matter that goes your way, because just like Crook and Flail, there's a legal flavor to it. But this also has a lot to do with academics too. I always feel like Thoth shows up in cases where there's academic writing or publishing. We did see this idea of writing down here, so perhaps some of you are writers, maybe some of you are academic writers. This can also just indicate an academic opportunity that maybe is, again, this is just the house of education. So maybe some of you are either going back to school or being offered a job in higher ed. That is possible here with this as well. But if none of those things apply, I would feel that Thoth can also have to do, again, this is a card of divine timing, suggesting that, the universe is making, or just your whole life situation, things may be coming together and clicking into place in the right place at the right time. Okay. And with the Queen of Cups, this could have to do with love at a distance from somewhere. Or it could just be, being that the Queen of Cups has a lot to do with healing, receptivity, with feelings. These are both cards of healing. So again, maybe there's some kind of something, maybe you're learning from somebody. Maybe you're learning a healing modality for some of you. Or maybe you're just going to be deepening a spiritual practice or something through some kind of a healing process. That is also possible here. But there's definitely strong energy of receiving here, and again, potentially of divine timing. But I do feel like there's something that's going to be learned here, and if it's not particularly in healing, it could be something of a very strongly emotional nature, or it could be from somebody else who's a water sign. I mean, Queen of Cups, again, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, could be somebody like this who is teaching you something, or maybe somebody who is a teacher or mentor of importance, either in higher ed or a spiritual sense here. So again, a lot of possibilities there. 10th house, we have Capricorn energy. This is about your career, fame, reputation, sometimes has to do with the father. Okay, so we have a Prince of Swords here, and we have the Prince of Swords with Nephthys, okay? Now, Prince of Swords is like the King of Swords, so this is, again, the strong academic vibe here. I feel for somebody here, there's something, either connected to education. Sometimes this is a card of judgment too. So it could be just somebody, you could have a position of judgment or authority. Maybe that's what's coming up over here. Maybe that's the, maybe you're in a partnership with somebody. Maybe somebody who is an expert, whether they be a legal expert, whether they be a scholar, or just somebody with a very intellectual bent with the Prince of Swords. Okay, this is very strong mastery of intellectual energy coming up in your house of career and reputation. And this could be you too. I mean, this could be you, perhaps you're the person who's the authority here. But we have it with Nephthys here. So this can indicate, again, this is something that's hidden and unseen. And certainly, at least for some of you, I feel like this definitely connects with the 7th house, because the energy is almost the same. You have this idea of somebody who is an authority here. You have the idea of someone in authority here. 7 of Swords, we don't know everything here. There could be something that's being hidden from you. Look out. Nephthys, something that's hidden and not yet revealed. Some information that you don't have yet, that you need to wait to find out. So I don't know. I feel like for some of you, if you're getting in a business partnership or making a business deal, and again, this seems to be connected to something intellectual, whether it's writing or teaching or something like that. Whatever it is, it seems to be saying wait until you have all the information. That seems to be a definite thing for you right now. So, yeah. So it's interesting. But I definitely see strong intellectual energy here. There could even be some legal matters too. I always feel sometimes with sword energy. But Nephthys just seems to indicate something that has not come about yet. So, just general energy here of needing to wait for more information. Wait until you can see something clearly, because sword energy too has to do with cutting through and thinking about things the right way, thinking about things analytically and objectively, and kind of seeing things for what they are. 11th house, we have Aquarius energy. And Aquarius is about your friendships, your social networks, business networks, those you're involved with. Aquarius energy is also about your goals and your destiny. And okay, yeah, you've got the 5 of discs with fire. So, okay, this may be you feeling like you're ghosted by someone, like maybe somebody who you've been trying to reach out to and they're not responding in some way. This could be worry about finances as well. Maybe you're concerned about money or having enough money. Whatever the situation is, okay? Now we've got fire here, so maybe we're dealing with a fire sign person, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That's possible. But more than likely, I just feel like this is a situation where you have a situation where you are worried, whether it's about meeting a goal, whether it's about finances, whether it's about a friendship, or maybe you're not hearing from somebody and you're worried what that means. Fire would indicate being inspired to, coming up with the inspiration to resolve the problem. So I feel like there's a lot of energy that needs to be applied to things. This could also be that you need to be purging friends or friendships that don't seem to be serving you anymore, or whether maybe you're not connecting anymore, or maybe there is somebody here that you have to worry about, and maybe you feel like they don't have your best interest at heart. So you kind of say, okay, time to, it's kind of like what people do on Facebook every now and again. They do the clear out, and they say, okay, if I haven't talked to you an X number of times, boop, unfriended. It could be a situation like that as well. But there definitely is the sense of finding a way to resolve this worry, like being inspired to do that, whatever that ends up meaning, for whether it has to do with your goals or whether it's about a situation with a person. Finally, you have the 12th house. This is Pisces energy, and this has to do with what maybe you're afraid of, what you're not showing to other people. Pisces definitely is about a lot of hidden energy. And you have the 8 of Wands with the Buckle of Isis. So now 8 of Wands has to do with things happening very, very swiftly. Buckle of Isis has to do with efforts that we need to make, changes that we need to make, and the work that we need to put into something that will ultimately be rewarded. So I don't know, maybe there's a lot of work you have to do about something. Something may come up very, very fast here with the 8 of Wands, and maybe you're not sure you're ready or up to the task of doing this work, okay? But I think it's important that you do it. There's definitely a sense of victory here. There's definitely a sense of stability. I don't think that, I feel like, yeah, there's something connected with a trip or with education or something that is happening at the right time. It does seem like there's financial support coming from somewhere. Again, possibly from a mother figure. But there is definitely a joint financial thing that seems to be going on. Let's see what your overall is. You have the twins with the 4 of Cups. Okay. So the twins this definitely has to do with a second person, or perhaps even technically a third party, but definitely at least that something that's going on in your life is definitely connected to or reliant on another person right now. Like that seems to be the focus. And we have the 4 of Cups. So this indicates I always feel like this is a card of looking more at what you don't have than what you have. And this can also be a card sometimes of opportunities you don't want to miss. So I don't know. I feel like overall there seems to be a sense of dissatisfaction when the 4 of Cups come up. It can be boredom sometimes, but just the sense that, even though things may, there may be a certain amount of things that you have there, you may still feel like there is something that is lacking here. And now maybe this is involved with somebody else providing support to you, or maybe it's just a sense that maybe this is this anxiety here is reflected by another person. And I would say that just because of what I'm seeing in the 7th and 10th houses in particular. I feel like you're not clear on a particular situation with a person. And I don't know. I definitely feel also like there may be some opportunities you don't want to miss. Seeing Nepothys up here, yeah, I feel like there may be something coming in right now. Like maybe you have something that's on offer to you right now, whether it be in terms of a relationship with someone, whether it's a business thing, whatever it is, something that you feel that you are, again, where maybe you feel you don't have all the information on something, or maybe somebody's not telling you something, and you are being told up here to wait on something. So I don't know. There could be another opportunity that's coming up. Maybe it's why whatever's being offered to you right now, maybe it's saying, okay, just wait, because there may be something else that's coming in, more information. Either it'll be information that tells you, maybe that's not the thing you want to do, or it's information, it'll be another opportunity, and maybe you don't want to be focused too much on this one. Maybe there's going to be another one that comes in. I don't know. It's interesting. Let's pull a North Rune for you. So what does Scorpio need to know for March 6th through 18th, 2024? Okay. Interesting. We have Rytho in the reverse. Okay. So Rytho is a rune of the attunement of something that has two sides. It's like a partnership. And in the reverse, this is saying something that may seem like an accident, mistake, or failure that is actually a short-lived, or something that is short-lived, that is actually a rerouting opportunity, okay? So you could be in a situation where it appears that something isn't going to work, or something's going to fail, or maybe they feel like there's going to be a breaking off somewhere. But whatever seems like an accident, mistake, or failure may actually be a rerouting opportunity. So when Rhino shows up in reverse, yes, it does seem like there could be some kind of relationship disruptions. It does seem like there's going to be unexpected surprises. But this may all be happening. We're seeing this divine timing thing appear in terms of your movement ahead. I think that this is saying that anything that doesn't work out right now, it's actually saying it's not working out because there's a better opportunity that's coming. Or the conditions of the opportunity right now were not right. They're going to change, and then they're going to become, then you're going to see how this actually comes together in the way that it needs to. So I hope all of that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching this week, Scorpio. I hope this reading is helpful. If you did enjoy this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed and would like to, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, and leave me a comment if you choose. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.